Hey family, this is Goodwill PM. Welcome to another edition of Success in Business. Today we're going to talk about social media and answer all your questions concerning it. Now, it's going to be a very special day because I'm sitting here talking to attorney Jaira Davis. Did I do it right?
Yes.
Jaira,
Yes.
what's going on? You're an attorney.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm
Yes.
talking to a lawyer
Oh, yes.
about social media.
Absolutely.
Okay, before we get down on that,
Mhm.
let me explain something to your family. So, when you're a lawyer, and I've been practicing for over 20-something years, okay? So, I'm part of this organization called Houston Lawyer Association, and I got on this call concerning continuing education. It's called CLE, Continuing Legal Education. And they had something about social media. Now, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and all kinds of stuff. But when I got on this call, we had these two dynamic sisters, okay? Courtney White, who you'll hear from later, and we have Jaira Davis. And I was so blown away that I said, you need to take this message to businesses. Don't just keep it with lawyers. Lawyers are so selfish. That's how I met her. And now she agreed to be here on Success in Business. Tell me a little bit about yourself before we get into the meat of our discussion, Jaira.
Absolutely. So, hello, everyone. My name is Jaira. I am a first-year attorney. So, I went to the University of Florida for undergrad. I went to the Thurgood Marshall School of Law for law school, and I started my firm right out of law school. I practice probate, estate planning, and business law, and I also am a micro influencer, and I like to show and showcase legal education content and fashion content.
So explain a micro influencer. What is
Yes.
that? Well, first of all, what is an influencer?
Yes. So an influencer is someone who is able to go on social media, share things, ideas, clothes, topics, and kind of talk about those things with their community or their followers. And they're able to kind of teach their followers something or show their followers something.
Right.
I like to think that I'm able to do that with my group and my following. And it's been really, really fun to kind of grow it and see kind of how it goes and where it goes.
So now you're gonna be surprised. I was
Okay.
listening, you know. So when you first got on, you was just trying to let people know about your business as a lawyer, right?
Mhm. Yes.
And
yes.
so how did you go about doing that? What made you now? Mind you, said you're a first year. I've been
I
practicing
am.
27 years.
Yes.
So I had to say I'm already going to be thinking that you know a little bit more about social media. It's just the way that it is. But you know more things than the average person. So how did you transition from just marketing your firm to just being an influencer?
So I'll tell you, it was one video that took me from probably about 800 followers to, I think I gained like 2,000 followers just in like 1 or 2 days. And it was one video. Basically, someone was asking, she was a disgruntled American, and she was asking essentially, can we sue the government for some of the things that they're doing? I went online, I answered the question, and it garnered all of this attention. I think it got over like 200,000 views. And that was my first like viral video. And that's not as viral as things can go, but that was my first really big video. And I gained all those followers, and then I just kept making some videos. They were doing really well, and I still do that today.
So when you use the term influencer and micro-influencer, is there a distinction between those things?
There is. So I don't know the exact numbers, but I want to say folks with 50,000 or less followers, they're considered micro influencers.
Okay.
I only have about 6,000 on my TikTok, but when I think about that, I'm like, there are 6,000 people that want to hear what I have to say,
Right.
or that want to see my outfits, or that just want to interact with me, and that's a lot of people.
So what's exciting about this is success in business, as family know, and I call them family, they're my family.
I like that.
It's about educating, equipping, and empowering small minority and disadvantaged business owners, okay? Small women, minority, and disadvantaged business owners. And so everything we can do to help these business owners become more empowered and equip them with the education and the
Absolutely.
knowledge to kind of take
Absolutely.
their business to another level. So yes, you're a lawyer, but you're in the business of practicing law. So connect business to being a lawyer. Why was it
Absolutely.
necessary for you? It's not like a trick question.
Yeah,
but
no,
why is
you're
it necessary for you to market your law firm? I mean, what was the big thing? What drove you to want to do that?
Absolutely. So I'll tell you, as a first year attorney, as a new attorney to Houston, it's difficult because we have so many folks who are so experienced like you, and there is a difference, right?
Yeah.
I have to put myself out there. I have to show people I practice probate, estate planning, and business law, and I'm good at what I do. And there has to be a way for me to distinguish myself from some other attorneys. I can't afford a big billboard on I-45 yet. So I get on the internet to prove to people, hey, this is what I know. I want to teach you something, and I can essentially help you out if you need it.
So how did you make that transition? What I'm trying to find out is,
Yeah.
so you did it because of law. So say, for instance, someone wants to do business with the government, or someone
Sure.
wants to sell their trucking company or advertise, okay? How can social media help them achieve that goal?
The biggest thing I can say that social media will do is give you exposure. It gives you exposure to so many different people that want to hear what you have to say. You can't say the same thing that I can say in the same way. We cannot get the same thing across, but people might want to hear from both of us. Just like your community wants to hear from you, I could maybe teach them something that in a different way than you could teach them. And I would say the biggest thing you're doing when you're online is exposing yourself to different people and exposing them to you.
Let me tell you, did it cost a lot of money?
It doesn't cost anything. I
Oh,
use
really?
it. I use my iPhone, and I will say I pay for certain things, right, like lights off Amazon, stuff like that. But it costs me nothing to get online and share some knowledge with folks.
Okay, so and we're gonna have a little surprise later.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna. I do want to. I don't want you to give out all the goodies.
Okay, gotcha.
But
You're right.
I would like you to talk about, because this is, as an old guy like me, I
Okay.
say over 55. Right?
Okay.
How do you know? There's so much out there now. You got threads. You got
Absolutely,
stuff.
absolutely.
How do you know what to bother with and what to leave alone?
I will say this. One thing about me, I'm not believing anybody that I can't go and research, right? I am Googleable, right? You can find me on the State of Texas Bar website, right?
Googleable. That's
Googleable.
a word, family. Be
So,
Googleable. Okay?
So I'm not taking information from anybody that I don't know truly has the certification or the ability to give me that information.
Right.
There are so many people out there that are talking about trusts, for instance, right? They don't know nothing about a trust.
Right.
They don't know anything about that. They can't help people with that. And it is really frustrating, right, to hear them give misinformation to folks.
So, Ms. Davis, okay,
Yes.
okay. This is what I want. I don't want you to spill all the beans
Okay,
right now.
okay,
We're
okay.
gonna save the goodies for
We can
later
do
on.
that.
But I would like to know, as a business owner,
Right.
okay, how do I know which social media platform to kind of bother with, and what social media platform should I just leave alone or kind of wait? Is there like a rule that certain people and certain businesses go to certain social media platforms?
I will say this. You have to go where your industry is. So for us, we're in the legal field.
Yeah.
Our industry is on LinkedIn. They want to see us on that professional site. They want to hear about what we're doing when we're meeting with judges, when we're meeting with each other. They want to see us there. So I am on LinkedIn as well. But also for my folks who might become my clients one day, I'm on TikTok, because that's where they want to hear information very quickly and very to the point. So what I would say, you have to go where your industry is. If your industry is marketing and y'all are on Instagram, you need to be on Instagram as well. If your industry is making cups and y'all are on Twitter talking, you need to be on Twitter. So go where your industry is, and then also go where your clients are.
I want to find out. Okay, I don't keep saying I'm old school, and so I'm sitting here figuring out how to do what I got to do. Is there a certain number of times I need to actually post for me to be effective? Is it one time a week, 5 times a week, 10 times a day? What is your recommendation?
The best thing I can say, there are so many tips out there on the internet of how often you should post. Post when you can, consistently. So if you only have time 3 times a week to post, that is when you need to post consistently.
Okay.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Just pick some time consistently when you post.
So my question is, has your business actually increased as a result of your social media micro-influencing type of thing?
It has. It has. And it's crazy to say that, because I did get certain clients that said to me, I asked them, how did you find me? I found you on TikTok.
Wow.
And it was crazy because I'm not I'm not asking for clients. I'm simply sharing the information that I have and that I know about probate, estate planning, and business law, which is what I practice.
Now that's important for lawyers. That's why you made a distinction, because
Exactly.
we lawyers can't.
Exactly.
We have to get permission to actually sell it. But if it's lawyers, we're just educating folks.
We're just educating folks.
But other people can just say, hey, I'm selling you this.
Absolutely. And that's what's nice about being another type of business owner rather than a law firm business owner, because you can advertise on the internet, right? You can say, hey, I want your business today. That's a big distinction, but that's a great way to get clients because you're going directly to the consumer.
So answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. I want to sell cakes, right?
Okay.
So, and I want to sell these bunk cakes.
Okay.
What do I need to actually, I mean, how does one come up with the ideas to actually, and you mentioned this about if you kind of know how AI can actually help you with regard to how to actually present my buck cakes a certain way.
Absolutely.
What's an example that I can use to
Sure.
come up with that idea, or the idea? I mean, how many different ways can you talk about bunt cakes?
So I'll tell you, you mentioned AI. A great way to use AI to help you with social media would be go to ChatGPT and ask them, hey, give me some content ideas for my bunt cake business.
Wow.
It will spit out some ideas for you to use for your bunt cake business. Absolutely.
And I had to pay like, what, $100 a month or something like that?
ChatGPT is free. This is free technology.
It will crank out ideas.
It will crank out ideas.
Wow.
And something I do personally, sometimes if I have an event and I'm spent from the day and I can't think of a way to come up with a caption, I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll ask it, hey, come up with a caption. I was with a judge and we had a great time. It will spit out a caption for me to use for the video or the picture or whatever the content is, so that I'm not using that additional mental space.
And you change your things on nature to kind of
and I'll change it if it doesn't sound right or whatever, but it at least is giving me something to work with, which is very helpful.
So here now, so I know everything can't be rosy, and because once again, listen, what are some of the things that people should be wary of when they decide to jump into this realm? So especially if you're not used to being on social media,
Absolutely.
Is there any things that you should kind of guard yourself against?
Sure. So the first thing I would say is be careful to not listen to what people are saying necessarily. And what I mean.
So I got to do. So you want me to do social media but not read it?
I do. Because the biggest thing is that folks will troll you. Folks will say mean, terrible things about you online, especially if your content gets really, really popular. Wow. I cannot tell you the amount of comments I've gotten on a video that did really well that are negative, right? But I'm not reading that because there are 3 more that are positive.
Right.
And so sometimes you just kind of have to block it all out to ensure that you're taking care of your mental health. That's the biggest thing I can say about going viral or becoming bigger on social media, is that sometimes people can be really, really nasty, but you have to block that out because you're trying to get to the bag. You're trying to get to your clients, so focus on that.
Okay, trying to get to the bag. Is that
trying to get to the bag? Trying to get to the money.
Trying to get to. We gonna have something like that. How to make sure you get the bag?
Yes.
Trying to be excited, but so here's a question. So one of the things that I'm excited about, is that you're going to be, you and your partner in crime is Courtney White. Y'all going to be my presenters for the SIBGov Missouri City, Texas Success in Business event on October 18th. Yes. What's some of the things you're going to talk about there?
So we are going to talk about how to market your business on social media, how to market yourself on social media, kind of best practices, which apps to use, how to use them effectively. And we're also going to talk about how to protect yourself on social media. And then I think we'll kind of round it out with how to create really great, high quality content in a way that makes sense to you and is sustainable to you and your business.
So, and so that's just not for lawyers, for any type of business, something like that.
That's for everybody.
Wow. And hopefully you're not going, like I said, I'm going to go invite, Big Mama and them, so you're not going to be having these like highfalutin language and stuff like that.
No. I want to create content and create presentations that are for everyone to understand. I want everyone to get this knowledge because it's for everybody.
I'm just blown away because you're a first-year lawyer.
Yes.
You said probates, business law, and what was the other thing?
And estate planning.
And estate planning. All that got a lot to do with business too.
Correct.
I was told not to mix conversations by my
Gotcha.
producers. So I mean, just so much I could do with you right now. I'm just trying to hold on. But one of the things I want to make sure that we get across to all our family members out there is how does this tie in to success in business? That's the title of it. We empower, we equip, and we educate our business owners to succeed. So how, in the social media realm, is there a particular goal? What does success look like is what I'm trying to say. We don't want to just kind of talk and have a conversation about just doing things. We want people to determine what does success look like to you. So when you delving into this social media, and social media is a means to an end.
Absolutely.
What does success look like as it relates to including social media in your marketing plan?
For me, success looks like I have educated one new person on what probate looks like in Texas. Success looks like, to me, I have gained a client because she was so educated by my video that she now wants me as her probate attorney. That's what it looks like. And I think for other business owners, it can look like one person bought my hats today, one person bought my mug today, and one person shared my video so that 2 more people could buy my hat and mug today.
So what you're sharing with me is I don't have to be the next Kardashian with
No.
200 million
No.
or someone like that, or
No.
it just, my success can be that sale. It doesn't. So when you're in social media, don't look at it as a business tool. Don't look at it as, I need to have 200 million followers. That's not the key. What you're trying
No. And so that's what I tell people is that, Courtney has a lot more followers than me, but I still feel like my platform is very successful because it has educated so many people and it has gotten me a couple of clients. And that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. And I will also say that it is being shared to other people. I hear all the time, like, I'll be getting my nails done and somebody will be like, hey, I've seen you. I've seen your TikToks.
Wow.
And that means a lot to me because that means that it's getting out there. I'm getting the exposure that I asked for with social media.
So check this out. So success in business, as I told you before, is powered by the PF Foundation, and is designed to put on workshops, capacity building events, connectivity events, so that we can educate, equip, and empower the small, women, minority, and disadvantaged business owner.
Okay.
And so one of the things that I guess families is in my ear trying to get me to ask you, even one is, so I want to get this out to individuals, not just the events I'm doing that we're going to talk about, but the whole concept of success in business. What do you recommend?
Okay. So if I were making you a TikTok, if I was producing a TikTok for you, I would tell you to do a couple things. I like the hey family. Stick with that.
Okay.
Start with that. Hey family, how y'all doing today? And then I want you to talk about what you are going to give them. You are at this workshop, I am going to give you the tools to be a successful business owner. And that right there has hooked me in. I'm going to give them the date, the time, and where to go to register. And then I'm going to cut it off there. And then I'm going to make a couple more videos, maybe just 2 or 3, just further explaining what I am doing and why I am doing it, right, in different sectors. So, hey, y'all, hey, family. Right, I'm coming to you today and I want to tell you we're going to have this workshop on social media. We are going to give you the tools to become a social media giant, and I want you to go to this website to register and see me there, on September 31st, right? And then you're going to make maybe 1 or 2 more videos explaining some more of the workshops that are going to be there, and that's what I would do.
Family, you need to make sure you come and see Miss Jira Davis, October 18th. This is going to be Missouri City. SibGov is going to be at the Missouri City Community Center on Texas Parkway. And one of the things I want you to talk about, really, the last day as you go, is tell them how to find you.
Okay, so first of all, you can find me on social media at JBLD1 on Instagram and at JBLD_1 on TikTok.
Well, I mean, you got the underscore, the 1, I guess it was
it's
taken.
a little, it was taken. I'm trying to find the girl. So if you're out there, let me buy it from you. I'll do that.
You got a website for people?
I do. And that is DGSTadvocates with an S.com.
GDST. Does that
DGST.
DGSTadvocates.com.
Yes.
Family, this has been an exciting topic. Social media, taking your marketing on another level. My name is Goodwill Pierre. This has been Success in Business. Make sure you like, you subscribe, Success in Business channel. And I look forward to another time with Success in Business. Thank you.